What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream on Fishing North Atlantic. We're over here. We're on the crab. We're stuffing the boat again. Let's just get right into it, huh? Appreciate you guys for being here. It's crazy. Last two streams in a row, you come in, there's a whale. There's a whale getting right in front of us here. But nothing's going to stop us from getting these crab on the boat. A big old whale, like, just ran off here in front of the boat. There it goes. Yeah, as you notice, we got a little bit more weather. We've been wondering if we get waves and different stuff like that in this game because it's been way too nice the whole time. Yeah, we do. We get a little bit, and I hear that when it gets more into like December, January time, because now we're in November, I hear once the weather starts picking up a little bit, then everything else starts picking up a bit too. So looks like we're gonna have a bit of weather we have to deal with, which is cool. More to the challenge of the game. Even right now, having, I think the wind's blowing like 11 knots. Let's see how to slow down, because what it's doing, I barely started going right there to get this next pot. And right now I'm actually hitting reverse to back off because it's like actually blowing me towards the gear. So it doesn't take very much going one direction. The other direction takes a lot longer. And as you see right now too, we're also in the green. We're supposed to be in the blue, so these are actually overcooked by a little bit. We went into town on the last stream. We sold that catch, but we dropped all the gear before we went into town. There's not enough time to go into town and back for way out here to be able to be on the catch on the right time. We're getting some okay pots. We got some pretty good ones, but a lot of them have been a little bit low numbers. But what we're going to do this time, we're going to pick up all these pots. We're on number 37 right here. We're going to pick up all these pots, and then we're going to go into town, sell it, then come back, set the gear, skip time. Just because that way we're really on right on the time. You know, you can't get as many loads in. You know, you could get more probably overall. You could probably get more if you drop the gear and go in. I guess like 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, you know? But I like to be able to control the time of which we're holding the pots and not just based off how long it takes to go into town and back, because we're way the heck out here. It's pretty far. Yeah, so far we have $6.5 million on board. In the bank account. On board we have 89,000 pounds already. Well, a lot of what we've been doing out here have been low numbers. Well, 2,600, that's not too bad. Let's see, we're on pot 38, almost 40. You know, so if we hit 40 and we're, you know, coming up on like 100,000 pounds, that's not terrible. Definitely isn't stuff in the boat numbers though. But when we were here, and we were pulling the pots right when we wanted to pull the pots right on the number. We were pulling some fat ones because there's a lot of crabs down there, you guys see. But after a certain time they start kind of going out of the thing. I think it runs out of bait or whatnot. It's kind of the thing. Runs out of bait, and some of the crabs can like walk out of there. Yeah, see, it's nice having a little extra ocean movement here. It feels way more like realistic, at least this little tiny bit. But I hear it's like some people say that the swells get as big as their the wheelhouse. I can't wait to see some of that. One of the guys said he got caught by surprise out hauling, and he said he was like, it was I think on the same boat or similar. And he was out in the bad weather, and he said he will stay in port now. He won't go out when the weather's that bad in the game. He'll skip a day. Because he said it was just brutal trying to collect all of his gear and stuff like that. But that's kind of what I want to do. I want some weather. Making it too easy for Captain here. I said before, it's so easy, it's just like scraping dollar bills off the bottom of the ocean floor in perfect conditions. collecting gold nuggets here. We are. It is a lot of crap. Sometimes it shows them like way stuffed though. That's when you know you got a good pot. But this is number 40 here. So if we get 3,000 off of here, that's 100,000 off the first 40. So I guess once we hit the first 45, if we're like at 150,000 pounds on board, that's about where we should be. That's 2,000 pounds average pot for 90 pots. And that one was only 865. See, that's what I'm talking about. This one, we just got to hurry up and get through this so we could go into town, dump our gear, reload everything, come back out and set again. Which I don't mind because that means I think the weather's going to be getting worse and worse. Let's see. It's below 11 now, 13 tomorrow. See 16 on Monday. I think Monday might be, it's sunny though. Might be nice weather but windy. We might get some waves on that day. I'm trying to get into some like December and January time. Like this time, real time. What's up, CBW? OT's catching crabs. In a good way, in a good way. Yeah, what's up, CBW? How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Yeah, we're just out here. We got, I guess that was 1,900 pounds on that one. Yeah, we're getting low numbers here. These pots are kind of overcooked. Which when I say overcooked, that means they sat too long. Crabs are kind of leaving there a little bit. But how's Chad doing today, huh? How you doing, buddy? How's the weather out your way? I was almost going to start watching some Ryan Hall, y'all. I see the 60,000 people are watching Ryan Hall right now because the weather. You know, they're watching all that winter storm stuff going through. I'm glad we got a little bit of rain here. That was 2,500 pounds. That's not too bad. This is where we should be hitting like some of the big numbers right in here. We're not really hitting it because as soon as they turn green again, you know it's not good. You got to be in the blue. The early blue numbers are like the best. Doing good? That's good, buddy. I'm doing well. Just getting some fishing going, hanging out. Figure I'd share this with you guys. We were talking about the weather on the game yesterday too, and the fact that we are getting some movement in the water's nice now. Some winds are blowing me around. It's just been too calm in the game to be like Deadliest Catch, you know? Trying to get into some like, it's just like the Deadliest Catch style, you know? We got like the Northwestern, it's called the Coastern style boat, and we're doing the thing on the east coast though. I guess this East Coast Deadliest Catch, right? Cold here. The storms are all south of us and west of us too, so no snow. Oh, that's good, right? Because you don't want snow yet, do you? I'm sure it's fun to play in, but if you gotta work in it, it's not as fun, right? Well, sometimes it is, I guess. All depends. But the fact the boat's moving around, I like it. I've had some days, like there was a couple days early on lobster season when I first started the game where I was on that little tiny boat. But see right now, I barely sped up to go to this one. Luckily it grabbed him. I was on full reverse there to slow down. Because I usually just like pick up the pot and kill the engine and it's like blowing me over to that next one. Because I'm all the way off the throttle right now, but we're just cruising right along still. I think the other direction I have to stay on the throttle a little bit because it blows me backwards. Which if it's like that, I like that. Not really, but you could use the moisture. It's very dry. Oh, wow. Well, that makes sense. Get that snow then. I'm actually gonna kind of do what we were doing here before. I'm gonna go which I don't think we can. I can't run while we're. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Yeah, we can't run while we're sorting, I don't think. So we'll let the boys finish sorting, and then we'll, instead of me flipping around right here, we're just gonna go fast travel through, get aligned. Looks like that was 47 pots we've got so far. No fish were caught in that one. We are on the tail end of this, so we'll just speed up like that. A little bit off here, but let's just get back on the line. Yeah, I finished hauling this gear, but look, we are getting some waves. I like it. It's way, way better to me. I want some kind of challenge. It makes it too dang easy if it's flat. It wasn't flat, you know, but it might as well have been. I'm trying to, like, why do they have like boat insurance and stuff like that, right? Like, they have all this stuff in this game, but you haven't seen any weather like that yet. But this is getting a little bit nicer. In a worse, right? It's getting worse in a good way. I just want the challenges like the ocean. That's like the ocean and the weather is supposed to be like the most challenging part of the whole thing. Of this fishery, you know. Only 645 pounds. That's low numbers. But we'll take it in. We'll probably still get like a few million bucks for this haul. I'll get us closer to the $10 million range, you know. But we probably do have to do another maybe run or two with this boat before we upgrade to that next one. What was that? What was that one called? The Arctic Catcher or something like that. Hey, what's up, Spartan? Welcome, buddy. Right before I jumped on here, I was about to watch that your members only newest video there. So you got yourself a truck, buddy. Big things happening over there. Which, that's awesome. That's why I'm like waiting on mine, because mine's supposed to be more of a pioneering series, where yours is like a start from scratch. Mine's a start from scratch pioneering. Yours is like start from scratch, build up to have stuff. That's cool. That's awesome. And I might add to your thumbnails are looking nice and bright these days. In a good way. They look a lot better. More like crispy, you know. Just about to get smashed by a big snowstorm. Oh man. Yeah, you're over there in Ohio. Middle of nowhere, Ohio. Are you all ready for it, Spartan? You got your whatever supplies you might need and stuff like that. As long as your power and internet holds up, though, at least you work from home, right? Just gotta stay home and well, I don't know, I guess you can be able to go to the gym, right? Throw some snowshoes on and trek to the gym. Work out at home. Yeah, you're all good. That's what's up. Yeah, your thumbnails look good already. It's just the brightness of them, like your brightness and your saturation, stuff like that. But your last handful of them has been looking real good. Supposed to get 8 to 11 inches. Oh dang! Over the next 30 hours, dang. We're supposed to get like a couple inches of, no, not even that. Maybe an inch of rain. Not even that, probably. Half an inch of rain. Working from home is pretty sick. I'm sure. If it did that though, I live close enough to work where I could walk to work in the snow or the ice, whatever. I have like things I can put on my boots and walk in the snow and the ice and stuff, you know. Oh, they want another one. Look at these waves are pushing us around pretty good. I'm loving it. Let me know if that music is too loud for you guys too. Got some metal playing right now. I was gonna put something a little quieter on for the crabbing, and I was like, nah, we need something heavy metal. You know, they say that heavy metal, like this type of music right here, is the most popular gaming music there is. And that all started with the very first music, I guess, on a game, and that was with like Doom, when you're running around on Doom playing. They all had like kind of heavy metal. I think it was like Metallica and oh man, who else was on there? I forget. So that's on top of the 2 to 3 inches of snow you got Friday to Saturday. Oh dang! So you guys already have snow, huh? Yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all, has the weather going right now. He has 60,000 people watching. You know something? You know something's going on there. That's how I can usually judge the severity of the weather. If I see his channel, and there might be like 20,000 people watching. It's like it's in the middle of like bad, you know. If there's like 60,000 people or more watching, you know, it's like, holy crap, you better watch. So I usually judge the viewership of his channel by like, that's how bad the weather is. Because that's how many people will be tuning into his channel, because he has all like, he has one of the better weather channels that I've seen. Especially for just a YouTube channel. So that pot we just got was 1,700. We're getting back into some better numbers. We have 122,000 pounds on board. As you go in this direction, I slow down, like I back off the speed. And it starts to push me back pretty quick. Where the other one, I was backing off the speed and it was still blowing us forward. So I want to see what that, you know, because this is what, 11? What was this one today? This one is, we're only blowing about 12. So we're about to be doing 16 on Monday. Yeah, this storm was a triple whammy: big snowstorm, big ice storm, and severe storm in the south. Oh dang! I'm glad it's not over here right now. We get ice and stuff almost every year, but that's the worst. I'll take 8 to 10 inches of snow over an inch of ice any day. Inch of ice sucks. Yeah, so down and back again. Then we're gonna go haul in town. I did buy the 1 pot last time, so we are back up to having 90 pots again. But that one didn't get pulled, so I didn't dump it to be able to haul it back out. We just had it on deck still. I can't wait to see it get worse. There's so much water out here. Like, the water doesn't care. We're at like 1,600 meters deep or something like that. There's a lot of water out here where we're at. So just one little movement in the ocean, we should get some pretty nasty waves. You know, that AI boat is moving sideways back there. Not now, his boat's turning the right direction, but he was totally moving like sideways. It's funny, I never really do that top-down view like that. Kind of cool looking. This song sounds kind of weird, huh? No, it sounds better. But that intro to that was weird. Yeah, just let me know if the music's too loud there. Or if you guys want it louder. Loud enough to drown out my voice. A lot of people say like you should have your music and your audio like the same level. But I always think it sounds too loud if your mic audio and your music audio is the same. I always feel like your mic should be like a little bit above the background music. That's why I want like a mixer right in front of me where I can turn it up and down, or we could like, all right, I'm gonna jam out for a minute, turn the music up, and turn it back down to a good talking level, you know. All right, how much do we have on board? We have 129,000 pounds on board. We just picked up pot number 59. Yeah, so you feel like the mic should be a little bit above the music? Yeah, for sure. Not a lot, it should be like pretty well balanced. But the mic should definitely be above the music. You know, it's whatever the thing that should be focused on the most, right? So there's a time and a place to crank up the music and jam, right? That was not a bad number there, 3,600 pounds. Well, this weather's pushing me back a little bit. I think since we're going this direction, what I'm going to do is just keep it kind of at a slow little crawl here instead of backing all the way off. I think they can sort this out before we get over there, just the way the winds are blowing. I think I actually got a bigger gap between these two pots as well. I might even crank this up a little bit more, because they're going to sort through this one pretty quick here. You just tallied up all the new subscribers from your Farm Sim Start from Scratch series through 13 episodes. Oh, almost hit the buoy there. You said you've gotten 216 new subscribers so far. That's not bad, but is that low compared to your other stuff? The song sounds kind of loud. Maybe it's just my headset. Yeah, is that low compared to your normal numbers? I feel like on your channel size, you probably should have got more than that, right? It is a little bit different than your normal stuff. I need to go cut my hair. My hair is so long. I usually would have cut all this by a long time ago. We just got 1,900, almost 2,000 pounds off of that one. But you can see on the sonar down there, we're kind of getting up towards the end. Yeah, I feel like on your channel there, Spartan, you should have probably had more subs. But, you know, if you have a lot of subscribers that you already had watching that, then that's good, right? That's pretty good for something that isn't World of Warships. So there you go. That's awesome, buddy. That's what I was saying. Like, you know, with that added, and then all your other viewership from all your loyal peeps. Because man, how many members do you have? You have tons and tons of members. I'm one of them. Guilty as charged. But you have a lot of members on your channel. But yeah, getting that many subs, because I think like my channel's probably got more subscribers than that within that amount of time, but my channel's tiny compared to yours. But at the same time, I've been doing I haven't got really subscribers from doing a different game either. So like in comparisons, my Farm Sim stuff has got a bunch of subscribers, but my Fishing North Atlantic, which is not Farm Sim, right? So it's a different game. This different game has not got that many. So if we kind of compare the two, where it's like you going from World of Warships to playing Farm Sim, going from me doing Farm Sim to playing this, it's like I don't get very many subscribers at all from this. So if I got a whole bunch all of a sudden from this game, that'd be a trip, right? still, you have a lot of members. You said a lot of those are gifted memberships. Still, gifted is still a membership. See, I should have used the fast travel thing to turn the boat around again like I did last time. That worked out pretty good. And that one wasn't bad though. That was a 33, almost 3,400 pound pot. Yeah, Spartan says everything that you do outside of your usual content is always like starting over. Yeah, for sure. It's good though. I thought I was hitting the reverse button here. It's good though that, you know, some of your loyal ones will come over. It'll kind of help, you know, the viewership. And, you know, if you're starting over and nobody knows who you are, you know, you don't have the value of like, oh, hey, it's somebody I recognize, you know. You don't have that value yet of the maybe say 100 people that will automatically go over there and start watching your content no matter what it is. So like right away, like your video you might get 100 views, boom, right away, because everybody wants to go see what Spartan's doing, you know. Where it's like if no one knows who you are, you might not get that first 100 views to get your channel kind of moving or get your video kind of moving. So like in your situation, to be able to get like you know, for example, like 1,000 views on a video, where someone just starting out might only be getting like 100 total views on a video. So like with you starting out something with your community being so large, you kind of have a leg up. So you're not quite starting over. You're just not getting as much viewership because that's not what you're known for. When you're known for something, that's kind of what people are expecting to come to your channel for, you know? But your loyal people are always there, so if the new people are coming to find you on that content, they're like, oh man, he already has 1,000 views on this video, it must be pretty good. And they come and watch and they're like, all right. And that's probably where they're getting like a new subscriber, you know? Even like mine, like I got, you know, there's people here watching. There was, you know, sometimes I get pretty decent viewership here, but almost everybody that comes into these streams are people that I already know. They're already from, you know, like you guys. From the community already. Or if I just like posted a video of like fishing North Atlantic, who knows, like I don't know like how many views it would get. Maybe a bunch, right? Maybe more than the streams. You've been pleasantly surprised at how well the new series has been doing? Oh yeah, for sure, buddy. That's why I said just keep it going. I'll get back on my pioneering too soon. I'm just waiting for some smaller gear to come out because I don't want to. The whole idea of that I do with pioneering, I'll have the whole thing set up, like harvesters, everything will all be really small stuff, and that's just how I'll have it. I'll keep it all small. Like my intention of that is to not grow past a certain size until we have all like the small gear. Like I want like bison harvesters, all the smallest of the smallest stuff. And a lot of that stuff's not out yet. I'm hoping here pretty soon they'll be having some of those mods come out. What's up, Iceman? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back, my friend. Watch me catch some crabs. The lack of mods is rough right now for starting from scratch. Oh yeah, you're crushing though, bro. It all depends on like the size that you want to get to. If you're trying to get to like a full farm start from scratch, you're doing awesome. But it's like with my setup pioneering, I want to just all small gear. What? No fish were caught. Dang. I hope we don't have too much of that. We do have 146,000 pounds on board. It would make for easy collecting if I didn't have to get any crabs out of these though. Iceman, yeah, we got Chuck Liddell in the house. That's funny. That's back when I used to watch UFC. Yeah, Chuck Liddell, he was badass. After like the first like 4 or 5 like years of UFC, I kind of stopped following all that stuff. Yeah, we'll be back on the Oregon tree farm tonight, playing around. It's funny, I've been kind of wanting to get back on there and do some digging on 22. Who knows, we might do some of that tonight. Just, I got a little nose itch here. Perks of being hairy, I get like hairs that come out of weird spots. My nose ones will go like, they'll come out and they'll kind of curl back in and make it all. You see, you're glad that you stumbled across my channel. It's nice to be able to chill with a good group of folks. Oh yeah, buddy. I'm super, it's super cool that you came across and even like said anything. You found the channel. There's been a bunch of like different channels that have been popping up on my like my YouTube home page or whatever. Yeah, this channel's been around for a little bit now, huh? We're not doing too bad. The growth of my channel has actually been doing pretty good. We're actually over 3,400 subscribers now, which is awesome. I think we've grown like 340 subscribers or something since I got back to it, like when FS25 came out. So we'll probably be at like 4K subscribers in like 3 months at the pace we're going right now, which should be good. And at that pace too, that puts us like almost towards like 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which that's pretty big. We're doing pretty good numbers right now. Which that's not out of the question, you know. Who knows if I stay on top of it and keep making stuff better and better and being consistent all year, who knows, maybe I could be at 10K subs by the end of the year, which that's like, I'm not like trying to, there's no like rush or nothing. I'm just kind of being organic and doing my thing. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, all about that consistency for sure. And providing consistent like value, right? Infotainment. That's what I try to do. I try to teach people what I'm doing in the game, stuff like that, or even my experiences in real life. I always find that having the balance between like real life experience and having game experience and stuff like that, and sharing both with everybody, I feel like that's a lot of information too, because anybody could play the game and learn the game, but nobody has done what I've done in my life because nobody is me. And there's only one of me in the world, so sharing that along with sharing game stuff, you know, I think provides a lot of value. And then just doing stupid stuff or, you know, operating well or that kind of stuff provides the entertainment, you know, and also hanging out with a good group of people, you know, entertaining and chill at the same time, you know, and informative. This game I'm still learning, but I could talk about Farm Sim all day. But fishing, I can, you know, man, I'll go do some real. I'll talk about fishing all day. So like this being a fishing game, that's why I felt like streaming this one. There's not a lot of other games I play really, but I felt like streaming this one because I do understand this world. It's not like I have crab. I have gone crabbing before, but not like on a big boat like this or big pots like this or anything. So I do understand crab and like crab fishing, but it's like I've been a fisherman my entire life, and I understand like the fishery and all that. What time am I getting on later? I'll be streaming 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 10 Eastern. My normal time. I try to keep that like my normal stream time for Farm Sim. And I'm still not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm either back on the tree farm tonight, or maybe we'll jump on 22. And we'll do some more digging on No Man's Land. That's a fun one. There won't be too much more of that, especially when Terra Farm comes out on 25. Probably won't be doing too much more 22, but again, still solid right now. I have all the cool mods on there, and kind of want to dig out that one area. It'd be kind of tricky getting through there, so we'll see. Let's keep an eye out for tree farming or digging. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. No fish were caught in that one either. Man, it's not looking good. We have 156,000 pounds on board, but just want to get through this gear. And hopefully when we're coming back out to drop the gear, it's going to be daytime again. weather sure calmed down though, didn't it? Like these waves are nothing again. They were pushing me around pretty good there, which it was cool. It's good seeing that. Yeah, we're on 77. There's a 76 right here. 77 is just in front of us. And all we have to do is come around, get these last pods here, then we get a haul into town. Get the crew rest. We'll be making that money. I can't wait to upgrade to the next boat. The next boat's going to be tight. The next boat's going to get us, for how much that boat can hold and all the stuff on that boat, it's like triple what this one is. 126 pots, which is not triple pots. We'll be able to set out strings of what I say. Yeah, what was that? 50, 60, 63. So 63 pots and then rest, and 63 pots again. We'll be able to get through the 63 pretty good. But the capacity of the storage is like almost triple what we have now. It's like 800 and something thousand pounds. Which that's, you know, that's like $10 million time. Every time you come in, you're making 10 million bucks. All right, so we got 1,300 on that one. I just hope this last string here will get us pretty good, but I'm excited to come back out and drop them again because we'll be picking them up right on time. It will take a minute to get them all dropped, but it's all good. That's what we're doing today. Appreciate everybody watching. Everybody watching on the replay too as well. There are quite a few people that have been following along with this after the stream. If you guys have any questions at all or want to ask me anything about the game or want me to check stuff out in the game, just drop it in the comments below and I'll respond back to you. Boy, pretty little sunset back there, huh? Looks good. So we're gonna go in here. Have that boat right in front of us there, but we're gonna see about doing. I'll just probably come out around him. Which doing this, it like we lose time a little bit too, because the boat does have to travel like that. But these pots have already been sitting here so long, I'm not that worried about it. We just got to get them out so we have them and they're not just sitting out here. I think after a certain amount of time too, I was talking about like storing pots just in the water without even worrying about having bait run out or any of the stuff, you know. But I think after a certain amount of hours or days in the water, your pots will disappear, I think. I could just try that. We could just like buy some extra pots one time. Maybe after we get the big boat and we have all the stuff, right, then I'll... Oh man, we're coming up on that sucker quick. Oh no, we're not. It looked like it. But yeah, maybe I could like buy some extra pots and just like 10 of them and dump them in the water and just see if we can store them out there and see how long it takes for them to like to disappear. Because I wish we had a yard where we could store extra pots. Because with that bigger boat, it'd be cool to have like another run of pots, right? Do a full big. I guess it'd be hard to pick all those up without them expiring, though, you know. But if you have 126 pots on board, you do 63 pots per run. That's pretty solid per pickup, you know. And you could do like you'll have to do. Man, at least 3 of those, or 63 runs, probably at least 5 of them to stuff that boat. The boat would be just a massive boat. I think we get another crew member too. Like on that boat, I might even try to figure out how to like pick up the pot instead of stacking it, just dropping it back in again, you know. I might even just run it like that since we have to that means we have to go all that. I'd be like non-stop, right? Get enough crew on board, you can rotate people, maybe. That's dark out here too. We are in the last little bit of pots we have to pick up though, not too bad. I would definitely like to hit like, you know, 200,000 pounds, but I don't think we're gonna do that. 1653 on that one. We're at 162,000 pounds, not bad, but just over half is not. We're at like, you know, not quite 2/3. And again, that's all about the timing of when we're picking them up. Because on the, yes, there's so many crabs down below us there. I think our bait just ran low and they crawled out. So yeah, on the bigger boat, even like trying to get some weather coming in again. Can't even see the ocean, it's so dark. I'm hoping that another boat too, that new boat, has better like outside lights around. Because this one, the deck gets lit pretty well, but the water around the boat, I can't see nothing. The searchlight's aimed out there at the buoys, you can see those, but that's about it. Because the boat's moving pretty good right now. Yeah, 1,500 on that one. November 7th. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting, let's see, yeah, November 7th is 12. Yeah, 16, a couple more days. Day after tomorrow. And quota so far, we've caught almost 700,000 pounds. Yeah, almost 700,000 pounds of snow crab already caught. We'll still have 1 million pounds on our quota left after this. So chances are to get that boat, that $30 million boat that I want, we might have to like almost come close to completing our quota, which will be like maybe 3 more trips out here. I bet we could do it with like another trip or 2 out with this boat. I think we can make that happen. Man, it's so dark. When it starts getting like closer to like 2 in the morning, see a lot more stars out, but the sky is just, it's black out here. Almost like we're just floating in space, right? We're out here in the stars. We're fishing in the black hole, like the boat is just floating in the middle of nothing. Not my favorite fishing time at night, especially like while I'm streaming, but that's like the name of this game, right? There's a lot of in the dark. Mikhail leveled up again. That's my dude. He's been putting in some work. He's the most skilled guy by a long shot in the game. Yeah, just under 1,200 pounds on that one. Only 3 more pots after this one to pick up. It's crazy dark. I know, dude. It's like almost like claustrophobic dark. But when the stars come out in like, you know, a few hours from now, you can see some stars out there. But it's like when they're really, really out, it gets so bright on even on the water. You can see all the stars twinkling. We just gotta let, you know, a couple more hours pass in the game, but it starts getting really nice. Even if we finish up here, I'll speed up just a couple hours to see how the stars look at night before we haul in. It's really cool looking. Imagine falling overboard. Yeah, you would just fall forever. That's what it looks like. You just like, or you jump off the boat and just like start floating in like space. Good thing your boat's white. Yeah, if it was black, it'd be like, oh, Just floating pots and guys on deck. That's all you can see. Yeah, that was 4,500 pounds right there. Even for that must have been a really big full pot. Like I pulled some pots that were like 9,000, 8,000, 9,000 pounds. So that might have been one of those, just sat too long, and then it got to 4,500. That's what we want to see there on these last few. Can we get these last few all like that? That'd be sweet. Yeah, if my boat was black, it'd be gone, right? That's funny. I wish like the front of the boat too, like this whole area. Where's the lights that would be shining like on this part of the boat? Like my lobster boat was lit, right? That thing had lights all over the place. So that one was only just under 700 pounds. Of course it would be. We get a really killer one, and all of a sudden we get a crappy one. Yeah, it's dark out there. I can see my pots, I can see it coming up. Guys should be ready down there. Let's see if I can hit it. I'm gonna try to do it like in the cab too. I'm gonna start getting like the nasty weather. It'll be so hard to try to get a pot. Let's see if I'm even close enough to that one. I think I am though. Yeah, we got it. Shut the engine down. We only have that one more right in front of us. 89, but we'll have 90 on board now, because even with this one right now we have where does it show that? Oh yeah, so 88 on board. This will be 89. Yeah, there's 89 on board now because he stacked it. So we will have 90 pots on board now. Again, I don't know what happened to the one, it disappeared. And that was only 936 pounds on that one. Grab this last one here, and then I'll speed up a couple hours. We'll put the crew to rest. I'll speed up a couple hours, and then I just want to look at the stars, see if they come out tonight. Then we'll go into town, we'll sell the thing, we'll re-gear everything up, and we'll speed back out here and start dropping pots. Hopefully it's daytime when that happens. Only 503 pounds. That's our area code, is 503. All right, so we'll put all of these guys to rest. Good job, crew. And Mikhail now, he probably leveled up on crane operating. He is now a 9. That's probably what he leveled up on. Or pot hauling, one of those. But he's level 172. He's the best one. You also, in town, you could also pay to have your crew leveled up as well. Let's turn on some lights. Now on the clock here, I just want to skip like 3 hours. Well, a lot of times the stars will be out pretty bright, right? They're not that bright yet. Sometimes you get on here like to the end of the boat. I can turn off all the work lights too and you can see better, but... Oh, another cool spot is when you come over here to the front of the boat. All these pots so nicely stacked up and stuff. This is a pretty badass boat. It's stuck on something back there. I even seen it from down here, you know, it looks cool. And I noticed that like the crew, when they take a rest, they go into this door here. That's where the crew goes. Where it's like we have all this other living quarters over here. This is all like the kitchen and like our side. This is like our cab. Captain's quarters and kitchen type of thing. But yeah, when you go over here on the front of the boat, it looks cool. You come stand all the way up here. Like, oh, what if you fell in like off of this? What am I even standing on right now? I can't even see it. I guess I am on the boat. I can barely see that. But see, I want to actually go a little bit more time because I think there's, see, like 2 more hours maybe here. And I'm gonna turn off all the lights really quick. I guess the stars are not out as much tonight. Sometimes it's just bright, but you can see like where the clouds and stuff are, and the stars are out there. Still, it's pretty dark though. That mighty fine vessel you got there, Captain. That's not too bad, huh? Man, the boat I want is like, it's really nice. See, it lights up a little bit around the boat, but I want it to like really light up a lot more. Our lobster boat lit up a lot more around the boat than this one does. But see, and I guess you turn off the work lights, it gets pretty dark back there. You turn it on, it's a little bit brighter, but all right, so let's go. Let's actually check the finances on fish prices. Snow crab. Oh, no, we want the snow crab on. Lunenburg is almost 17. Yarmouth is 17.5. Lockport is just under 17. Eagles Head is 17.32. Digby is 16.76. And Dennis's Point is 15.84. But Dennis's Point is where we took them last time. I'm gonna look up where was that boat? Was it the Arctic Catcher? The Atlantic Catcher is what it's called. And that one is found in Lunenburg. So let's go up there. Let's see what's going on up there. That's probably loud, sorry. Almost 17 bucks. Where was that? Where's Lunenburg? Let's check that map again. Isn't that this one here? No, it's this one. So it's a bit of a trip, but we don't have any gear in the water right now, so it's not too bad. 12 hours, 13 hours to get up there. Yeah, but the real question is, can she cut down an entire forest and turn the trees into IKEA furniture? Oh man, with me at the wheel, she can. That's funny. All right, so I'll go ahead and dock up here. Yes, I'd like to sell. Only getting 2.6 million. The crew made some pretty good bank. Like Mikhail, he made 80 grand from that. Port reputation, we got a little bit extra. We'll sell it. We'll see what we got here. So we have just over 9 mil in the bank. What kind of loans can we get? Pretty big. Not quite what we want though, because the boat that we want, this is the boat that we really want to get, is this one right here. That's why I even came up here. I wanted to check this one out. Available is gonna be this one, 30 million bucks. Oh yeah. That's good. Look how tall that thing is, dude. Look how big that sucker is. And we can have 8 crew, so we can get 2 more crew members. This thing can hold 126 pots. Like, look at the wheelhouse. If I can zoom in there, can I get closer? Oh, look at, they can kind of, in that view, you can kind of look down below. There's like the cab below. There's like this whole living space up above. And then there's like other area down below too. Let's see, is there anything on this side? Sometimes it won't let you get into that view. Sometimes it will. But yeah, there's bunks and stuff in there. Like just the wheelhouse alone. Look how big, like the wheelhouse has like a little couch and table and stuff over here. And see, can you walk all the way up here on deck? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Probably come out right here. You can go in right there. Stairs all the way up and down. Looks like I'll be able to protect the crew really well too. I guess it doesn't have all the stuff on deck. I'm like, where do they set the gear at? But you know that's going to be right here. Where like the pot launcher thing and all the stuff is. Crazy big boat though, huh? Only 2.6 million. Such a shame. Oh, I know. And meanwhile, I had my first ever 50k load. Oh, are you talking about in this game? Are you playing this game too? Are you talking about on your survival? Let's see, maintenance. We need to make sure we fuel up, and then we need to bait, fishing gear, buy bait, as many as we can. Oh, I didn't actually use any of the bait we had because we didn't put them back. I think buying pots, yeah, we have already 90. I want to double check to make sure one didn't disappear. I do want to go into the bar. Do we have any tips? Free. It's probably the same spot. But we could also go in and check our map as well. Oh, dang. Look, see, snow crab spot up here, guys. See? We could have a hot spot right here, which is really close to town. We could go over there instead of being way down here where you're at. This is a good spot. Like, we're all over the crab there. Got a few spots. Yeah, we could. We're gonna buzz over here. Kind of. This is our old kind of stomping grounds over here. So we are gonna buzz up to. We'll probably go. We'll probably go all the way up to this spot and then travel back over or something like that. We could fast travel to there. Let's see. All right, we're fully fueled. Everything's good. Got money in the bank. Good. All right, so let me just haul out of here, then we could fast travel over. Go check out this other spot. It's way closer travel time. That means we easily be able to set gear out. We'll be able to haul the stuff, get all the boat full, and then go right into town. That's kind of cool. I see the landscape now is actually looks white, like it got snowed on. I didn't recognize that before. I guess it was all black before. Right now we're in daytime. So from here, I'll be able to fast travel up to here, I'm sure. Take 10 hours to get us up there. We're going to be into that bad weather, I think, already. Rumor has it the deck wood was supplied by some place in Oregon. It was. They got lots of wood up there. Oh man, look, you can see like the snow-covered ground over there. Look at the stars now. Stars get nice and bright. Let's see which way are we hauling here. See where we want to get is like we just do a fast travel down here. I think this is where we want to be, right? Let's see. What's the sonar saying? Only in 200 meters. We were at 1,600 meters before. I'm gonna kind of, I think if anything, where we're at now, I'm gonna want to lay strings this long ways, right? This way, if we run this here. There's already a lot of crab. You see them up there. That 250 meters. There's a bunch of crabs up here, yeah. It's actually a really good spot. So I'll just go ahead and slow the boat down right here. That's map's edge there. So we're gonna do. I'll probably push it pretty far to the map's edge. Oops. Gonna lay out a couple strings here. We'll just do that for now. Autopilot, we're running what, at 8.5? Or maybe he's at 9, right? We'll get the crew all out here. Give you baiting. You're on, I guess you could prepare bait, you can just do that. You're gonna cook, you're gonna be preparing the pots, and you're just gonna be hanging out. I usually move their little window down here too. We all set up, we'll start dropping gear right here. We got lots of crabs here. The Spartans this game not have enough guns, not enough armor and guns and stuff on here for you for fishing, for a boating game. You'd be trying to blow everybody up. I think we might be getting into that day too. What day is it? Oh, this is that day we're supposed to be getting that bad weather. We'll see how that goes. We're just gonna be dropping all these pots off. Let's see, what time is it? 1:42. So it's gonna be dark here for a bit. It's actually prime time on seeing like the stars come out and all that. You imagine the baiter on board would never hear the end of it. Yeah, for sure. Nice little mooring to be setting some gear though, I say. Take a little bit to run this out, but autopilot set. We're just cruising along. I just got to keep an eye on what they're doing over there when they're ready to go. New spot. This is way closer to town too. I do have to keep an eye on the numbers though. Looks like we're kind of getting low. Lower numbers. Let's see how close are we getting. Well, they could all be up in this range. I'll just keep an eye on where we're at here. I mean, you should at least mount a 5-inch naval gun on board for those times when someone's caught ripping you off or ripping off your lines. Yeah, for sure. Blasting at those weekend warriors. I bet they won't come back out again. And look at all the stars out right now. Sometimes it's just like super bright with stars. Look how bright those are right now. It's a cool view. I like running this view. Mostly like when I'm just on autopilot, you know? If that didn't have that swirly thing going on right there, it'd be even better. But yeah, so many stars. At least when the stars are out, it doesn't look like we're in the middle of nothing, right? It was so dark. I'll see where we're at on the line here. Plenty of crab underneath us still. I'm not worried about that at all. Yeah, we're definitely getting closer to the map's edge. It's got choppy. It starts getting over here. Somebody said if you start going way over, it starts getting real choppy. But if that's where the crabs are, we're going. I noticed on my sonar they're starting to kind of die off a little bit though. Oh, I'm supposed to be setting this gear though. That's quite a big space between those two. My bad. Still getting crabs. It's funny too because I thought this might be a spot where crabs will be at too, just because like the lobsters weren't too far from here. But they weren't reported up in this area, so I didn't go. The other spot we found was a good spot, so if we see better numbers down there, we'll make the trip to haul down south down there and get all those. That's the spot we know they're at, so they're gonna be there if we have to go back. But this will be a lot easier making the trip into town and back. I think we're close enough too where we can set gear back and go into town and back, which will speed up time. It's not a lot. That won't take very long to go from here into town to go sell at 3 different locations that are decently close. So yeah, let's keep on setting this. There's still quite a few crab down there. Not like super crazy numbers. We're coming up towards the end of this road anyways. Yeah, we probably want to get like another couple right here. Which our numbers are getting real low right here too. I might just set one more only. And then what I'm going to do actually is come back in here. I'm going to get rid of these. I forgot kind of how we were doing that last bit. I'll leave that one. But what I want to do is go boom, boom, boom. And then there, right? And then... Oh, nope. Don't do that. I keep doing that. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, it's because we're in the middle of setting, right? And then we can travel like that. And then we'll set another... This other run. Let's get closer. Maybe that's too close. Yeah, we'll set like that. I think that's pretty good. Autopilot's on. Which actually I don't think it's on yet. So now you gotta reset it. You gotta close out and then go back in. Reset that. Now we're going again. Let's get back on these numbers. Yeah, no worries, but that's why I was asking if you had all your stuff. No worries. I'll be here. If not, y'all see me on tonight on Farm Sim. Yeah, make sure you get your supplies before you get stuck in with the snow. After I'm done on here, I'm going to the store too to get some stuff, but we're not getting snowed in, so I don't have to worry about that. Snow sounds fun, but I do have to go to work in the morning, so rather just go to work, get that money. Playing in the snow does sound fun though. I wonder how much weather we're gonna get today in the game. It says that we're supposed to be getting like some of the higher winds that we've seen in a while today. Boat's moving up and down a little bit, but I'm trying to see some weather. What time is it in the day? It's 3 in the morning. So that's actually the moon glow. So the sun's coming up, it's just from the moon. Yeah, numbers here are pretty low. I'm not expecting nothing too crazy from on this side. I think after we start getting up to where like this arrow's pointing up in this section here, it's probably where they might even be right where this guy is, like in this section here. So really this first set of this gear in this area is kind of determining where the school is, right? That's where I start putting like the markers down, like the crab markers. I'll see where they're actually at, and then we can, on the next pass, we can really like kind of dial in more where they're at. We can set the gear right on top. Let's get all this gear off deck too. Oops, I didn't mean to jump into there. Still gonna take another, few downs and backs to go get all this gear off. And then we'll skip time, we'll start hauling right away. And then I found the key is you start hauling the first set of 90 pots. You start hauling the first ones right before they go blue. So they're in the green, and then like you'll start, yeah, they'll barely start. There'll be like a couple of greens you grab, and they start turning blue like as you're grabbing them. But you gotta get on them pretty quick. Oh, I gotta set this pot too. That's weird too, because if you look at the map down there, between 8 and 9 I have a big gap, and then between 19 and 20 I have a big gap, so it's almost even. Did not mean to do that. So I wish I could set it up to like automatic drop when they're ready drop. So we're just hauling. Like my crew should be able just to know, all right, ready to go, boom, drop. Yeah, I hope we see some good weather. The boat is moving quite a bit. It's not bad. I like it. It's better than when it's not. Yeah, hopefully this spot pays off, because there's like there's Digby up here, there's Ingalls Head right up here, and then we have Yarmouth right here too to all sell from. And like the distance from here to here is like a couple hours versus like where we were at, like what, 10 and a half, 11 hours for one way. It's a lot. Numbers are looking really good underneath us right now. This is kind of a good spot where they're at. So I bet like right in this area where it shows the arrow pointing up, I bet right in this area is going to be pretty hot. The hot spot. But we'll find out. It looks like a lot down there right now, but we'll see when we start pulling the pots when we could if we're going to be here or if we're going to go back. But how close this spot is, I hope it's solid, because we could up our profits a lot by just being a lot closer to the port. Multiple ports within a couple hours. I think like Digby up on top is like 3 or 4 hours, but still it's not 11 hours. But we're way the heck down there. Like, just look at the map, like the difference on us being here with town here, and our main like lobster grounds are right here, where before we were way down here. So we're on this spot, which that's a nice spot of crab if we need to come get them, especially if we have the bigger boat. We don't have to haul in as much, but that distance is a lot compared to from here to here. You know, that's really close. Or from here to Yarmouth, that's close. Or Digby, I think, is probably like 4 hours away, maybe a little bit more, but not a lot. We're still pushing. Yeah, we're still 9. Right, just focus in on our spot up here. Yeah, we're just gonna run up here and then we'll go boom, 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 turn around and drop it again. And we'll just keep going back and forth. That's funny, I had that same gap there. I wonder how good we are if I zoom in here. Man, really, it's actually pretty good. Look how many are at, right there at 100. Actually, pretty nice numbers down there. At least there was on that one spot we were just at. That's why it's good to hit the different towns too. When you're in the different towns, just go to the bar every time, buy up all the info you can get. Because different bars will have different tips on different areas. Some will have the same. Like one, I got like one or two that after the first one that were the same spot we were already at. But having them like right here, there's a bunch of crabs right here. Like look at that, what is that? 6, 7, 8. There's like 10 or more. And oh dude, this is like one of the best spots I've seen so far. It's right here. When you see like 10 at 100 meters right there like that, it's awesome. What's up, coach? He said, what's shaking, everyone? Shaking in your boots. I like your green with the OT thing there. Thank Corp for that one. He gave out some gifted memberships last night. I believe you were one of the ones that got one. You're now one of the OT members. Corp was feeling generous. Dropped some gifteds on me last night. Appreciate that. Spartan, are you back already from the store? That was quick, buddy. Unless you haven't left yet. Hop into the tunes, yo. Oh, I was supposed to be setting that. Man, that's good. We're on some good crab right here, guys. We got 1,000. It's freaking packed down there. The store's like 2-minute walk. I got you. He said, man, just sitting 100 miles offshore, rolling in 6 to 8 footers right now, working. He said, thanks for the sub. You talk about thanks for the membership. Or are you talking about for the subscribe? Because do you have a channel, Coach? Yeah, I didn't even think that you had a channel. You just got yourself a subscriber there, Coach. Sorry, I should tell in your name, Wild Coach Gaming, that you have a gaming channel. There, you just got another sub there, buddy. Are you actually out there on the... Hop into our autopilot. Oh, no. We should still be going. Did I drop that? I'm glad it wasn't rolling still. Are you actually out there on the water? Because if that's cool if you are, but yeah, be careful. I'll say, I'm like, I thought you were talking about me at first. I'm like, I'm not 100 miles. You say you do, but you won't be dropping any content for a few weeks. Oh, yeah, that's all good, buddy. At least now me being subscribed, I'll see that when that does happen. All right, we're almost here at the end of our run, but man, our numbers are looking awesome so far. So what I'm gonna do, just extend this up a little bit more here, because I'm gonna keep running this up until we see the end of where these crab are. Makes no sense to turn around right here, right? Let's zoom back in here at 100. There's some down there. It's not super crazy numbers right here, but you say, yeah, actually working, you're a consultant in the oil field. You're supposed to be done this Friday, but might have to stay longer. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, where's the oil field that you're working? Is it on the West Coast or where are you at? Because I know like down by Santa Barbara and down out that way, there's a bunch of refineries or oil rig, right? I'm not sure the difference. You can look out and see all the rigs all lit up at nighttime. It's kind of cool. Oh, I should be dropping. But look, our numbers. Oh no, we're at 100. The numbers at 100 are still looking really solid. 1,000, we're still looking really solid down there. I'm gonna keep running them out. We might be just be on some awesome numbers right here, guys. But if we could average like 3K, 3,000 pounds per pot on average. So if we're pulling low ones that are pulling like 8s and 9s out, we can stuff the boat fast. Oh, you're looking, though, see right there, they're kind of lower numbers coming up on my marker. So we might just turn around and haul back again. Because if they start getting lower, I don't want to worry about wasting a Gulf of Mexico, okay? I don't want to worry about wasting setting pots where they're not any. Maybe we'll do like a couple more. They're still looking good though down there, like really, there's a lot down there. So you're a subsea specialist, been in the biz for 20 years. Heck yeah, buddy, that's awesome. I thought your job was just to tell me I'm running out of fuel. Fuel indicator specialist. It's a lot of crab. It is, man, so much. That's our last marker right here. I'm still seeing good numbers though, so I might just continue up a little bit more here. Trying to find out where they're at, you know? That's your second job. Heck yeah. I'm sure the first one pays better than the second one does. Yeah, we're still on good numbers. Like, why slow down here, right? I wish I could. Makes you want to lay out even more pots. But it's a lot to haul, you know, if we're doing that many. Let's see, at 10, 100, I mean. See, I think our numbers are getting low now. I keep saying that and more pop up. Maybe I think here we're going to turn. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel this one out. Turn off autopilot for a sec. We'll lay out there, there, and there. We'll do that move. Oh, no, not that one yet. Let's see, we'll just go ahead and run that string all the way down to here like that. Autopilot, return. There we go, we're good to go. A subsea specialist, I believe that's a role of ships like Bismarck and Yamato. You would know, buddy. Yeah, the Yamato is one of those big ones, right? Isn't that like a big old, that like the big cruiser one? I forget like the different size ships, like their specialties, you know. The Yamato is a big sucker, right? Just scan everything. I thought about playing that game. Yamato is the largest battleship ever built. Oh, dang. Okay, yeah, big old sucker, huh? Let's go into 100 here. I'm trying to find the sweet spot. Set that one. About halfway through setting here. It's taking a little bit, but we're getting some. We're on some nice stuff. We're on some really nice stuff here, chat. But we won't really know until we start hauling the gear. Can't wait to start getting on that. Only another 45 pots to drop. Well, after this one. And then we'll skip time and I'll start pulling the first stuff. Let's see what we got. Some good numbers right there below us. Look at all those. At 100 meters, there's so many. That means they're like right under us. Schools of them right under us. But I bet coming up right here, we're gonna find some spots where just like, damn. It became an artificial reef in World War II after the American aircraft carriers were finished with it. Oh, dang. I think I've heard of that actually, yeah. Might as well do something with all that thing, right? Have it support some life. What time is it? We're gonna see some good numbers down there. It's 5 in the morning. So here pretty soon we'll be getting back into daylight again. Man, look at the numbers down below us right now. Holy crap. Fish, is that pollock? It is. Yeah, right underneath us right now. That's crazy amount. There's so many. Got 12 people here watching. I appreciate you guys all watching. We're just dumping these pots. This is all new ground, so we're not sure what to expect here, but we are seeing some really good numbers. Y'all go out to 1,000. You can see all the snow crab down there. So many down there right now. But we just got our crew working on setting all this gear, and we're really close. Our new spot is really close to all the different ports versus when we were way down here on the bottom area. If we get the big boat though, if this spot is only okay, we're gonna go right back there. But if this spot is killer, like why wouldn't you want to be close to all the ports? Like being up here and only 200 meters depth versus 1,600 meters depth. Up here is like the spot. If it pays off, if the pots are looking good, then this is the spot. I think my next stream, the next stream I do on this one, I'll be on the next boat. I think that's how the next stream will be. Hopefully into some nastier weather on a bigger, badder boat with some extra crew members. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, you like it? We're starting to get some sun coming up. What time is it now? 5:21. I think that sun wasn't coming up until like 9 o'clock though, or something. It's bright though. Got some kind of daylight coming up already. What's the biggest boat you could get in this? It's that one I was looking at. It's called the Arctic Catcher. Sorry, the Atlantic Catcher. And it's a crab boat that holds a couple more crew on it. And this one only holds 90 pots. That one holds 126 pots. That boat does almost triple the storage. And it's like, I'd say at least double the size of this boat capacity and storage and all that. Kind of a bigger gap in between those there. We're not at port, so I can't look at it right now. But yeah, it's 30 million bucks, and right now we have 9 million in the bank. I could take about 10 million out for loans, but we're trying to get that biggest boat. That is the biggest for crabbing. That is the biggest boat. Let's get it. What are you waiting on? Just these crab to crawl in the pots, I guess. Us to haul them and go sell them a couple more times. So far we have already caught, what's our quota? We have caught 702,000 pounds already. Our first quota, we still have about 1,060,000 pounds left to catch on our first quota. What's up, Nuke? How you doing, buddy? Oh man, I just popped my elbow. Welcome back. Appreciate you stopping back in. Did you play your game? Did you play the game last night, Nick? All right, that was you talking about having Burnett C, right? With the amount of crab you're gonna haul on this trip, you're gonna make bank, man. I hope so. that's the plan. On the last area we were at, there's plenty of crab over there. It's just kind of, when I had them waiting too long, when they were kind of overcooked, is when we weren't seeing the best numbers. But damn, underneath us right now, let's zoom in here a bit. There's some nice numbers down there. I said, yep, you did play it. How was that? He's on the starting boat. And this string too was actually a little bit farther away from that other one. I wanted them probably a little bit closer, but I ran that line and then changed it a few times, so it wasn't like a nice straight one to try to land on there. This will be 57 out of 90 pots dropped already. I know it's not the most exciting thing to watch here. I really appreciate you guys who've been hanging out the whole time and chilling. You hauled in the sets of lines, sold the fish, and by mistake bought a new set of lines and sold them. Poof, there goes my money. Gosh. That sucks. Because you lost like 50% of what you paid for, right? And had to buy new ones right back again. So you had to like spend all your profit. Hopefully it didn't save. Oh, you better go find out. Ouch, that sucks, yeah. You said you were doing like long lines, right? Actually catching fish. Rabid Rob, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Happy New Year to you, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. We're just setting these lobster pots back on his new grounds here. Hopefully it pays off. Have you been playing? Rob plays this game too. Have you been playing this? I hear there's a multiplayer. You could do like a multiplayer. It'd be fun to figure that one out. We could all play it. What's up, Iceman? I thought you left. Did you leave and you came back? Or you've been here the whole time? So that was pot 61 right there, I think. Just one more down and back here. We should be able to lay out all the rest of these. It's like getting darker. The closer it gets to morning, it's like the darker it gets. Going through some medical tests still, but hopefully I can get some good news soon. Other than that, you're fine? Oh man, I didn't even hear about that. Well, hopefully you're gonna be okay there, buddy. It looks like you need to get a new game. Are you gonna get this game? It's funny, a lot of people have been watching me play this, have been getting this game since they've been watching me play. Should get some kind of like not sponsorship, but like partnership with this game people. Kind of showing off their stuff for them, getting some sales going for them again. This game is like almost 5 years old. Always darkest before the dawn. That's true. Very true. Spartan says, "Wishing you the best, Rabid." Are you getting rabies tests? He's testing for rabies, I think. Oh, drop that. Oh, we're actually on. Oh no, we're not on low numbers. Let me zoom back out and see how we're actually looking here at 1,000. It's not the best numbers, not like we were, but we're almost at the end of this run, and we're gonna turn around. Turn around and get this boat going again. I think on this last pass here, we'd be able to really get it going. Oh, as long as I set the pot on time. Your numbers are slow, and I might set just maybe one more. I might set this one last one here, then we're gonna turn around because numbers are dropping. All right, I'm gonna get in here, and we're gonna cancel out this one. Run a new one here, and here. Oh, they're hauling that pot, or just set that pot, so now we could do it. And we'll speed up like that, and then we will drop another line like that. Sure, autopilot's reselected, and now we're moving again. 25 more pots to drop here, and then we're good to go. You said you ended up in ER on the 15th? Oh, man. You're not near as bad as you were, but not 100%. Oh, buddy, sorry to hear that. That sucks, my friend. So anyways, have a great night. Hopefully I'll see y'all later on, but if not, stay safe and warm out there. Oh, you too, Spartan. And take care, buddy. Are you streaming tonight? What are you doing tonight? Are you streaming, Spartan? I want to go back too and watch the stream with you and Jessica too. That one looks pretty fun. I totally missed that because we were streaming like at the same time. Got this game too, but only played a little. You need to open it up again. So many games. Oh, you got a bunch. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, this one's fun though. It takes a little bit when you first get into it, but once you actually have like a decent setup and you like kind of understand the game even more, It makes it easier. We're supposed to get into some pretty nasty weather today, though. Right? Isn't it the 9th? You might just chill. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll be on my normal time, so if you streaming at that time, then I'll be streaming. But what is Spartan's channel? Rob, do you mind posting Spartan's link real quick? Or put it in chat there, I'll pin it. What is Spartan's channel? Silly question. Silly question. His channel is Spartan Elite 43. You want to see somebody rage out and blow up battleships? Thank you. There's a Spartan's channel. I'll pin that. Appreciate you, buddy. That's Spartan's channel. Yep. Yeah, go check Spartan out. He got some stuff going on over there. Yeah, he does farm sim stuff. He has a start from scratch series he's doing. He had a Riverbend Springs little series he was streaming and doing. And yeah, a lot of World of Warships type stuff. He's a battleship guru. He likes to rage out and blow up people. His channel's just a tad bit bigger than mine. Nothing but love for you over here, Spartan. You know that. Oh, it's funny I was able to speed up my speed. I didn't know I was able to speed up, but I was in autopilot. Maybe we were already going that fast. Got it. You just said new material to watch while offshore. Oh yeah, definitely check out Spartan. If you're offshore, man, you gotta check out his battleship stuff, because man. Much love and welcome to the channel, Iceman. Oh yeah, for sure. And Coach, for sure. He said, well, you never know. Spartan has good content, big community over there, a lot of fun people. Yep, just sub 2. Yeah, there you go. There's a couple more people for you there, Spartan. Add to the pile. That's why it's fun for you to be over here, buddy, and then, you know, all of us go over there too. It's just kind of merging the communities together. Nuke says, hello, Spartan, Iceman, Coach. Yeah, Nuclear Salmon's just north of me. He's from the same neck of the woods too. We have a boat right in front of us. No, he's moving off. And that was pot 74 drop. Not too many more. I was over on some pretty good numbers though underneath us. Let's zoom in here to see kind of what we got. Solid. Those are super solid numbers underneath us right now. Yeah, it zoomed in like that. If you're seeing that many on the bottom, it's a bunch. Yeah, he only has a few subs over there. That's funny. He said, I will come watch Spartan if you stream tonight. Yeah, he might. You didn't realize you were not subscribed to Spartan, so you got one too. You got 3 subscribers there, Spartan. That's funny. Yeah, Spartan definitely has a couple subs over there. Which is cool. Like, a lot of people don't even know until they go over there and they check his channel out, because when you were first here, Spartan, I didn't know. I was just here chilling. We were chatting and stuff, and I was gonna subscribe to your channel regardless. And I go over there, I'm like, all right, subscribe. I'm like, oh yeah, you got a couple subs over there. Look, we got like what, 10 crabs down there on the bottom, zoomed in at 100. It's like we're on some pretty nice stuff right here. Let's set this one. And yeah, it's like this area where the crab of that tip is aimed. This section here where we're not setting yet is probably, so I think on the next runs we'll drop like right in front of this arrow and kind of work our way back up that way, because the numbers I'm seeing here are like even better than the other ones. I'm no one special. I just like hanging out and chatting. Oh yeah, no, you're definitely special, in a good way. Yeah, you're gonna sub on your other channel too. Yeah, I know you're a member on this channel, on your other channel. I'm pretty sure, right? On your Rabbit Rob F, your farming channel. The G is for the gaming. Yeah, I got 1,000 meters. Look how many crabs are down there. At 1,000. I got you twice now, Spartan. So there's 4 subscribers for you, Spartan. Subscribers are cruising today. Yeah, if anybody's like just joining too, or people that are watching this later on, Rapid Rob also. There's Rapid Rob F. See there, he's a member of the channel. There's Rapid Rob F for farming, Rapid Rob G for gaming. He is a member of the FS crew, a good friend of mine. And definitely check Rapid Rob out. Also Spartan 2, Nuclear Salmon 2 has good content as well. Also Northwestern as well. So a lot of good gamers and stuff right here. Coach Gaming also has a channel too. But yeah, Rapid Rob, me and Rob, we go way back, so definitely show Rob some love because he is an original member of the FS crew. We definitely got to do that soon. We got to really set something up in the, when you're feeling better, Rob. How about that? When you're up to back to your 100% self, can we set something up and get the FS crew back together again? He said, "Oh yeah, I am a member on this one." I remember that, buddy. You're a moderator on both, but one you're a member on. Yeah, it's been way too long for sure. Like I said, back when you're up to good health, then we'll worry about that, okay? And we just keep it simple, just do some farming. It can just be all a bunch of base game stuff. I really do not care. It could just be small equipment and small everything. It could be whatever. It could be all of us doing nothing, just hanging out, you know? Numbers right here, they're okay. Kind of breaking up a little bit. See, we have 7 more to go. Guess we are kind of on this more tail end here, which worked out good. We're like right in front of that hot tip area. Some good numbers there. We're gonna drop these last 7 and we're gonna give the crew a break. We'll speed up time and we'll turn around and start hauling gear again. Trevor Stone, what's up? Hello T and hello chat. Just sitting back and eating breakfast. Have a good stream. Oh, thanks, buddy. Hello and welcome. I don't recognize the name, so welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure. You seem like someone who's maybe been here a while, just haven't commented before. Well, the way I did the brand account, it put all my memberships that was subbed on the other channel. And then this one I had to sub all over again. Oh, yeah. That is weird how that works, actually, yeah. That's what you get for having 2 channels. But they're linked together, right? They're like linked up or something. Or are they separate? We got 20 people here watching. That's awesome. Appreciate you guys. Make sure if you guys are enjoying this fishing North Atlantic, deadliest catch, snow crab fishing here, make sure you guys are smashing that like button. We do have almost what we have in the bank. We have 9 million plus in the bank there. We're working on getting our way up to getting the next biggest boat. On the next stream, which will probably be next weekend, we will be on our next bigger boat. So I'm gonna keep working at it throughout the week and probably do this next run that we're gonna start. I'll finish this off and then we will I'll go in and we'll sell, and then I'll work on getting that next biggest one. You're a VOD watcher? I think you meant, what, a vid watcher? You don't get much time to watch live? Oh man, well, I appreciate that. Appreciate you being here right now. They are technically separate for the sub, but you only get only pay for one YouTube. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I'm just gonna keep running these strings out here. I think we'll just drop these last two on this end. I'm not sure what's over here. We're just gonna run this one out and drop this last pot off. That makes sense. You definitely don't want to pay for 2 YouTube premiums. All right, there. Last pot dropped. Awesome. Good work, crew. We'll go ahead and send all them to rest. Even after all that, my crew is barely even. They're not even tired. All right, then we're going to go in here. We're going to go here and then back to number 1 here. And we'll just go ahead and cruise to that. And so far, soak time is 7.5 hours. All we're gonna do is see 7.5 hours. I'm just gonna skip like 10 hours or 9 hours and see how they're looking. So let's go here, get in our boat, and then a clock on the wall. And we'll want to do 9 hours skip. And let's check on our map here. See, they're all in the yellow now, so we'll skip a little bit more time. This is how I kind of did last time to make sure we're getting the right time. So let's just skip like 2 more hours and see how we're looking. See how we're in the green now. I think we'll skip like what, 1 more hour. See how long we're 18 hours. I think I might try hauling some of these. We're already at 18 hours. I think if I wait too long, I think we're gonna be pushing the time here. So let's get our people back in here. You're on the crane. We're stacking pots right now. You guys are all sorting. Let's put you down here. Thomas, you're just gonna be hanging out. And Nora, you're cooking. I gotta start just rotating those 2 guys more. Yeah, if I start picking up, we are in the green right now, which isn't like super ideal for pickup. Let's see, where are we at? I can't even see the pots yet. Yeah, we're kind of offline here. Let's get lined up, because I think there's one's right in front of us. I don't even know if I have my searchlight even on. Is that even on? Yeah, it is, because it's lighting up the next buoys out there. All right, let's see what our first pot is. Come on, boys, let's haul this up. Let's see what we got. It's a little early yet. These first ones might not be super good. The numbers up here also weren't super big. How you know when the pots are ready for pickup? Because the coloration on them. When they start turning green, really you want them blue. Blue is the best. Yellow's not quite ready yet. Like the last one's like 90 hours, only 12 hours soak. You want like more closer to 20 hours soak. But the fact that we have 90 pots that we have to haul, these will be turning green as we go. And then like once we get into these, they'll be starting to turn blue. if I hit the timing right, you want them blue. But if you start them on blue, by the time you're at the end, you overcooked them. I call it overcooked, is when the timing went past. You know, you don't want to overcook your meal. You want it just right. So some of these first ones might be a little bit underdone, under ready, but that one was 5,861 pounds. So, you know, underdone or not, that one's a really nice one. Almost 6,000 pounds on the first pot. I want to average 3,000 pounds over here, and that will overstuff our boat. I want to be able to dump like a full pot or two back at the end, or just nail it right on, real close to being perfectly stuffed. Let's see what this next one gets us here. But you'll see like 28 right now is in the green. We'll keep an eye on that. Some of these will start turning green, and then some of these will start turning blue. It's funny too, because blue, like, it should be like green. Green should kind of tell you when they're good, right? Blue is like too, like, really good. I don't know. Green usually means go, and then it goes blue, and then it goes back down into the green again, back down to the yellow, back into the red. That means you're like losing all your crabs or whatever you're fishing for. All right, what we got on that one, guys? Also, it's still November 9th. I still didn't see any bad weather today. That was only 1,600 pounds there. We're still like almost even between those two, we're over 3,000 average. We just got to keep that going, right? All right, let's see what we got. Look at 29, 30, 31 is all in the green now. So this will keep going. We just, like, you know, pretty soon the ones we're hauling will be at the blue stage, and that's like prime time. I think we're hitting this one pretty good timing. Like I said, not every pot up here on this upper edge will have a lot, but once we start getting down to these, we'll be crushing. There'll be some really nice ones that we're hauling out of here. That was only 723 pounds, so not that good. We're under our 3K average now for the first three, but let's look at four turn blue. See that? We're on the blue now already. So now we're picking them up in the blue. We'll watch 5 down here. You'll see them start to turn blue. Yeah, like all these will start turning blue in front of us. So when they start turning blue, and like the numbers below us are also crazy, we'll probably get some pretty good numbers. Like 5 is not blue yet. It will be. I'll keep an eye for it. And they'll start turning even faster too. Those will start being blue in front of us. See, blue just turned 5. Blue turned 5. 5 turned blue already. Just like that. Sort of sorting this one. We'll see. Let's see when they start jumping in the blue how much better our numbers are looking. But we do have 8,000 pounds on board already. That one was 3,100. So nothing too crazy. But I did call that, right? I said on this northern side that we won't have as big of numbers. See, now 6 in front of us, there's blue as well. So we're getting blues coming up. So like the timing of how we're picking these up is the perfect timing. And that actually leaves us at 18 hours, 42 minutes. So I'd say maybe 19 hours is like right on the money from when you should be picking them up. Pretty nice pot there. I wish it showed more on the sorting table. Hopefully, if a new game comes out of this, hopefully a lot more of that kind of detail is there, and the way the animations of the workers go and all this stuff. I hope all that's there. A lot better. Got 7 turn blue. And so far we're all the way up into 33 is green. So we're on the right path here. But again, only 1,400 pounds on that one. When we start getting down to this next string is when we're going to start seeing better numbers. Every time you see this game, you want a beer and a fishing rod? Heck yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I thought about getting back into Fishing Planet too. That one's pretty fun. It is of just a fishing rod and gear to fish with, you know. I do like that game. I didn't get too far into it, but that game is pretty cool. A lot of like real gear, and the fisheries and stuff are pretty cool. You can do a lot of like salmon, trout type of fishing in that one, and all kinds of different stuff. There's so many different fish types in that game. Well, I like to see some solid numbers here on some of these though. Water's way too calm for this day. It was supposed to be what are we at? Unless we just skipped all that bad weather time, because it's way nice out right now. That one was only 753 pounds, so definitely not the 3K we're looking for. Ready to get to this top set here. And like I said, next time we'll start dropping them right in front of that tip marker there, from the bar. We'll drop them right on that spot to start and kind of work our way north instead of north down. We'll drop them right on the numbers and then work up. Last time you went fishing in real life, you were 20? That was a long time ago? Oh man. I haven't been fishing. I didn't go fishing last year, which is crazy. I usually fish all the time. Year before last, trout fishing, I think that's all I did. But I usually go like drift fishing, salmon, steelhead drift fishing, or trout fishing up in the mountains. Got some nice little trout spots. Or I go out into like kind of the deserty area, John Day, kind of out in the gorge. On the John Day River, I do smallmouth bass fishing. But usually it's about 90 degrees out there, not a lot of shade, hot, and fishing for smallmouth in faster current water. It's a trip fishing for them in the current. I'm used to that though because I'm a drift fisherman. But it's a trip fishing for bass in the current, because you can like look right in the water and you can see him right there swimming, and the current's going like from where I'm sitting there. The current's going I'm pretty sure it goes left to right there. Sorry, right to left, and the fish are looking at you, and like the current's going crossways, and they're like looking at you like, come on, feed me. That's not saying that spot you can only keep one 15-inch fish per day, and you can only have one limit in possession, I think, out there. But you could catch like 12 inchers, 13, 14 inchers. But to catch that one, even to catching those size ones are like kind of far and few between. But you catch like little 10, 11 inchers like all day nonstop. Like you get tired. So that's catching. Like I said last time, that's like actual. It's not fishing. You can look at it and like, oh yeah, who wants it? And then bang, it's like crazy. It's not hatchery. It's just the way that area is, like a little oasis too. Everything out there is just so deserty and gross, and then you find this one little patch of like this tree covered area, and it's pretty sweet. There is some pretty rough and rugged wildlife out there. You gotta watch out for that. There have been like talk of like cougars and stuff in that area, and the one area that we're kind of hanging out is the one patch that has trees and stuff in it, so you have to like kind of watch your back, and you know, it's not too bad. We've been out there a few times. It's been pretty chill, but it's one of those areas. There's not a lot of meat out there for the animals. Definitely have to watch your back while you're bass fishing. What was that last one that we got? 16. Yeah, we're not looking too hot on this top part, but our timing is great. Numbers were lower when we were setting right here, so I'm not that surprised. We're kind of just right off the edge of the main school. But I think with that being said, this will probably end this stream, and then we'll get back into we'll start hauling here. If the numbers are looking really good, the next stream will be collecting up this. If it is what it is, I'm just going to go through it, and I'll probably lay it back out again to get us to our next boat. But I think that will do it on this one. Be back on tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 Eastern. I appreciate you guys all for being here. Yeah, fly fishing will be fun. Oh, you're all the way in Australia? Oh, dang. He says, hell yeah, I've always wanted to try fly fishing. We don't do it in Australia. So many American movies have fly fishing. Yeah, fly fishing's awesome. I want to get into that too. But this is the end. I appreciate you guys. Anybody new, please subscribe. Make sure you guys are smashing that like if you guys want more. Comment below if you're watching on the replay, if you guys want questions or just want to say hi or any of that. And also make sure your bell's turned on for notifications. That way you know when I go live. But yeah, with that being said, thanks a lot, everybody. You guys are all awesome for being here. I really appreciate it. So I will see you guys all on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.